Well, hello. How are you? I am still under the weather, but I'm happy, so there's that. If I sound different and I'm sniffly and raspy or congested sounding, I apologize. I apologize in advance. I just really am not feeling well. But I want to get this going. I've been excited to do this. Don't mind this. This is my gel painting pad. I'm just putting this here to kind of protect the page next to this. It's not going to get all of it, but it'll be okay. Today, we are playing with stencils and paint. So what I want to do today is I'm going to try to do a little 3D effect. I have gray right here, but this is like dove gray. It's not very dark, and I want it to be like a shadow. So I'm going to add a little black. This is just acrylic paint. And then over top, we're going to add some gesso, some white gesso. So I think this will be fun. I'm so excited. So we're going to paint. We're going to paint in our little journal. I put the stencil pack underneath the page also, just in case there's any leak through. Okay. I don't know how much black I'm going to need, so we'll start there. I don't really have... I need a good mixer, but I don't know what I did with my little mixers. And all I have is this, but that's a really big. Well, I just don't know. I don't know what I did with them. Oh. Oh well. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I'm just dying. I'm dying, you guys. I don't feel good. I just need a place to put that big old spoon. I actually used to use this, or this is, no, I never used this. This was actually, I'm going to use the back side of it. This was actually for my Amazonian face mask that my husband got me. I think it came with it. So I'm just mixing up a darker gray, to be a shadow, and I'm hoping this works. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This is the first time doing this. I mean, I've painted with stencils before, obviously, but I have never done it this way in my journal. I've painted things and then added them to, like, painted papers and stuff, and then added those painted papers to my journals and signatures, but I've never done it with it inside the journal, so. Oh, it's so bubbly. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Okay. Just gonna do that. Okay. Put that in there. And I have this little cosmetic sponge, and we're just gonna go for it, you guys. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit in there. Oh, I'm scared. And we're gonna have fun. If I shake you, I apologize in advance. Okay, so I gotta press a little bit harder to get it in there. Hopefully we don't have too much wiggle. I tried to pin this down as best as possible, but it's in the book, so it's not going to be perfectly pinned. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the stencil, and we're going to do this. We're going to paint this up. I'm so sorry. I really feel bad about the sniffling. If I can edit them out, I will, but I don't know if I'll be able to get them all. So if it bothers you, I really do apologize. But we're just going to paint this, and then we're going to have to let it dry before I can use the gesso. Oh, I hope this works. I hope it works. So if you like painting, you should like today, you know? Oh my God, with the sniffles. I'm like snuffleupagus. Just a sniffling away. I'm just trying to get into the little bits here. I should have put on a glove. I'm already getting paint all over my fingers. I'm just going to look like a little painter. So how is y'all's weekend starting out? Me? Ugh. Did you hear that? My voice just decided not to work. Me, I'm just dying, you know. Wishing I was feeling better. I've had to cancel so many plans already. I was supposed to see one of my sister-in-laws today. We were supposed to go out, but I cannot. My throat hurts too much. I just can't. And I don't want to get anybody sick. You know, because then whoever they see may get sick, and what if they've got health problems? Like, I don't want to be the one that spreads things around. I just rather be sick and solitary at home instead of spreading my germs all over Health Half Green Acre. I hope this turns out pretty. This is a stencil that I hauled from Hobby Lobby the other day when I went out with my daughter, and it was only like $2 something, and I just thought it looked like an old vintage wallpaper, you know, something you would see back in the day with like metallic embossing or something, like one of those fancy ones, you know what I'm talking about, that you see in those old beautiful buildings. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Now I could use my heat gun to make this go along faster, but I don't want to do that. I want to let it dry naturally. And then, you know, because, oh, look at it. The paper's buckling a little bit underneath. I'm sorry. I did pick a thinner paper, which is why I put the little protection underneath. But, yeah, it's a little buckly. It's okay. Okay. I don't even remember what I was saying now. That's okay. We don't need to remember. All right. I think that's good for that. Look at my little gray fingertips. Okay. Let's take it off. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we'll let that... Ma'am, calm down. And let that dry. And let that dry. And then I'll come back and we'll bring it over a little bit, the stencil, and we'll add gesso to it. Ooh, it's going to be so pretty. And then we're going to add some color. I hope it's going to be pretty. We'll see. So get your favorite stencil out and paint along with me. It's fun. You can get these paints at Walmart and they're not expensive at all. They're very, very affordable. So, yeah. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, we're going to let this dry. We'll be back in a flash. All right, so we've got it dry. It didn't go through on the other side of the paper either, which really makes me happy. So right now, I am just going to add the gesso. And I'm going to use this. I don't know if it'll work because I can't really push with this, but we'll see. And then after we do this and the gesso dries, we're going to see how gesso works on being like the... Because we're going to add color after. You'll see. It's hard to explain. I don't know. I'm just going to dab it on like I did the first time. I wish, I wish I had another one of those sponges. I planned on buying one and then I didn't. Like more makeup sponges, because those work so nice. I guess I could just do it like this. I love painting so much. I want it all goobly gobbly, you know? Just any form of art. But painting is near and dear. One of my grandfathers was such a phenomenal painter. I just loved sitting with him and learning. He was phenomenal. Like, phenomenal. Even made it into the Who's Who books back in the day. If you're my age or older, you probably know what those are. It's hard for me because this stencil's not laying perfectly flat for some reason. It laid so much flatter the first time. Oh, I hope this works. But, it's always fun taking y'all along with me for the ride. Failing or succeeding. You get to see it all. I wish, is this dry? No. I was going to use the tip of that, but nope, never mind. Just kidding, just kidding. Gesso is thicker, so I'm just being careful that I don't have a lot on the sponge. I have high hopes for this little page. And see, if you haven't put together your signatures yet, if you're just watching along for right now, do this on a piece of paper that you want to maybe put in your journal. And then it'll be a lot easier for you to get it in your journal after you paint it than trying to paint it while it's in the journal. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit. It's okay. My creative process is probably different than your creative process, but that's what makes art so fun and so accessible for everybody. Just holding down the stencil a little bit. The clicking of the clip is bugging me. Bugging me. Oh, I got a lot of gesso in there. Oopsie. And gesso you can order from Amazon. You can get it at any craft store. But you can also use white paint if you have white paint. The gesso just kind of, I don't know. I like gesso. It adds so much. I don't know all the particulars about it. I don't claim to know it. I just know from like tutorials that I've watched, over the years. Gesso is used a lot, so I picked some up. And I've had this for a while. And it lasts a long time. So if you are wanting to build up supplies to do things like this, It's a good purchase. You can get a smaller bottle. You don't need a very big one, you know. Like I said, it lasts so long. Just trying to make sure I get everywhere. Anywhere I see gray, I go back to. But you can see this isn't a very long, tedious thing either. You can see how fast you get it stenciled in, you know. And the dry time isn't actually too bad. I just went to the restroom, talked to my husband, washed the stencil, talked to my dad, pet the dogs, blew my nose. And when I came back, the gray was dry. So yay, I was able to get back in here. I thought I was going to have to wait quite a bit longer. But I think because it's such a low amount of paint, it just dries faster. Okay, I think we have significantly gessoed. I think. Okay, all right. Let's leave that there. We're going to put you there. Oh, my back. Ugh. If I scoot this over just a little bit, I can sit at my desk, which would be great. Or not sit at my desk. What am I talking about? Sit on my bed, because I moved this table to the other side of my room. So I could have the window light, and I can have my bed accessible when I fold this part of my desk out, because this table folds, which is fantastic. I can't remember where I got this table at, but it was per a recommendation of another channel. Okay, so that's that. Let this sit for a minute. I gotta put the stencil down for a second. I already told you, I think that's my gel plate. I think I told you that. Okay, we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to come in with some colors. And when I say colors, I mean, I have little spray bottles. Oops, sorry, did not mean to smack you. But I have little spray bottles. This one's not so little. It's like a turquoise in there. I don't know if you can see it. But I have some empty ones also that I can use. That's just one of them. But you use like gel food coloring. I don't think this is gel. I just bought this. But you can use gel food coloring if you have it, or if you have that. And just mix up colors. And then we're going to spritz and spray, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm so excited. This is turning out pretty much how I was wanting it to so far. So, yay. Okay, let's wait for this to dry, and then I'll be back to do some fun colors. And then we get to see what it looks like. And yay. Oh, let me show you real quick. I don't want to, I can't do it yet. I got to wait for it to dry because I don't want to mess up the paint on here. Okay, I'll be back in a flash. Okay, gesso is dry. So now what I'm going to do, look at that. See, there's nothing on the back. I mean, you can see it a little bit, of course, but there's still plenty of blank space. Okay, so I've got colors. This one is like a turquoisey blue, a more grayish blue, green, yellow, and like a fuchsia. Okay, so, oh no, we're going to test it out. So I also have this fun stuff, which is like a shimmer spray. You can always add glitter, but I bought this. This is fantastic. It has such a nice sparkle. I tested it on here. I'm not sure if you can see the subtle sparkle. Anyway, this was the paper that I tested all the colors on. So, if you can see how pretty. Okay. Anyway. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm going to add the paper underneath here. And we're just going to spritz it a little bit, you know? I'm scared because it might make a mess. But yeah, so I'm going to grab some like toilet paper, paper towels, whatever you have. So you can pick up any extra ink. Okay, there's that. Ah, I'm so scared. Okay. And we'll do... Oof! Now, if you don't have like a craft table, you can put like newspaper down, whatever, you know, so you don't get it on your table. This is a craft table. Ooh, that's awfully dark. That's awfully dark. What's that? Okay, well, that was a lot of water. I'm just going to take some of that up. Okay. My yellow. I'm just going to spray from far away. Get that yellow in there. Kind of mixing up. Get this like gray blue. Be helpful if I got it on the actual paper, huh? Let's get back to this one. I love that one. And I really like the green, to be honest. Love it. Oh, that's not where I wanted it to go. That's going to be muddy. But let's see if we can fix it. I did not want it to go right on top of the fuchsia. Gonna pick some of it back up. Yeah, okay. Let's get some more yellow in here. Brighten it up. Okay, okay. So far, so good. Let's get some more of the fuchsia since we don't have a lot of that. That might dribble a little bit. Clean that off of this. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. Alright. I don't mind if my table's all colored. It don't bother me. It don't bother me. Okay. Well, those look pretty. The yellow's kind of fading off into the sunset, if you will. Alright, I think that's good. I'm also going to add some shimmer. And then we got to let this dry and see the gesso take effect. And then we can even do splatters later. But let's see how this turns out once it's all dried up. You know? I'm so excited. This is so fun. I'm all colory. But yeah, we'll let this dry and see what the gesso does. It's going to be so pretty. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's let it dry. Okay, so now the paper is dry. And look at it. Now we have some color on this side that we can use as a backdrop. Nice little background. And this was actually just some packing paper that came with a, I don't know, came with a package. I don't know what kind, probably Amazon or something, but And you see how well it held up? And it's cool because you get the little crinkle, you get the different texture. And I'm not sure if you can see it. Excuse me, but do you see the subtle sparkle? Whoever wins this paint. Well, that was weird. 1 second. Well, that was odd. My light just decided to unplug itself. So, Anyway, the person who wins this journal will see a nice, beautiful, glittery page. It's so fun. It's sparkling so much. And it's just a very little, tiny glitter. I wish you could see it in the video. I'm trying. Anyway, but you see what the gesso did? It kind of repels a little bit. Now, I think I could have done the gesso a little thicker because there are some places here that, picked up a lot of the paint, but that's fine. I think it adds to it. But I think if I would have done the gesso just a bit thicker, or even left it a little longer to dry, so it was more set, then the paint would have actually been like repelled, and it would be mostly just the white would stand out and the colors would be in the background. But this doesn't bother me one bit because now it's a beautiful background, like a wallpaper, I wish the yellow would have popped in a bit more, but it is what it is. You can always go over it too with markers or paints. And like I said, this is just a background. It's a starting point, or it can just be a pretty little page that you put a pocket on or whatever. You put little photo tabs so you can put a picture in the middle if you want pictures in your album. Those fun little, I don't know. I know you can get them at craft stores. You probably can get them on Temu. But for scrapbooks that stick onto the paper in the scrapbook or the photo album, and you slide the pictures into them. They're like little V's or something. I don't know. Anyway, you could do something like that. But yeah. So, there you go. You're painting now in your journal. And when you come in and you're flipping through, you've got this pretty little page. And look at that. It didn't destroy any of our other pages that we get to play with. I wish this was brighter colors, but I think it matches well with the book. So, actually, you know what? Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it? I didn't even do that on purpose. In the camera, this looks a little more purpley than this, but there are those points where you got the bright red. But this was not a gray blue. This was a purple. So, Anyway, that's that. That is the junk journaling tip for today. And again, these are all things that you probably have at home with the exception of the gesso or the paint if you're not really a crafter. But the paint you can get at Amazon. Or no, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The gesso you can get on Amazon. If you wanted to have it, you could probably even just use white paint, to be honest. I'm not sure like the repelling that it would do, but why not? And then you could probably even add the white after you put the color in. But like I said, I got these paints at Walmart. This glitter spray I ordered, I believe, on Amazon a couple years ago. Look at that. It's just a fine, fine, fine glitter. And these little bottles that I mix my colors in, I just got, I think it was like at the Dollar Tree or something. They had like a bag of them. I believe that's it. But that's it. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know in the description. Or my brain is gone because I just don't feel well. But if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, let me know what you think. Was this fun? Do you think you can do this? I think you can do this. I really, really do. All right. Well, that's all. I will be back at some point. I might show up in the middle of the week with some more crafting, depending on how I feel. But I hope everybody has a very happy Easter this weekend. And yeah, all right. I hope you all are having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you make it a good one, a blessed one, a happy one, and a crafty one. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.